Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen, and in today's video, we're gonna tackle this garden bed right back here. I'm not gonna say that I neglected the bed, but I kind of did. I'm gonna call it my forgotten shed bed that I'm finally getting a chance to tackle and to clean up and to tidy up and to spruce up, because in less than a month, I'm having a photo shoot on my property, and I want as much of the garden as possible to look as pretty as possible, which is a challenge right now with the weather, with all the rain that we're having. Let's go ahead and get started. For reference, here is the bed that I'm talking about. This is the bed that wraps around our shed, our deck, and our pergola. And I'm going to tackle this area first. I'm going to limb up this weeping willow. Then I'm going to go ahead and go through and clean up all of the weeds and all of the undergrowth as best I can. I've definitely waited way too long to start tackling this bed, but better late than never. You can see the salvia is in bloom, which is beautiful, but I definitely have some weeds that I have to get tending to. I have some ferns that are growing in between, some sedum, so I have to get that cleaned up. I have to clean up all of the debris from when I pruned this rose. I never cleaned that up. So just a little bit of tidying up, cleaning up, and I think this bed is going to look perfect. Okay, there is a really good possibility there might be some snakes in this flower bed. Before I go in and start trimming up the willow, I'm gonna use my shovel and whack around a little bit to make sure that there are no friends in the ground cover. And I am in flip-flops. This is probably not a good idea, but it's me, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to do it anyway and not get scared by snakes and or rodents. Okay, I hope this is good. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting all this back. It's definitely not perfect, but right now I'm not going for perfect. I'm going for getting things tidied up good enough for a photo shoot. So if I didn't have all this rain in the forecast, I would definitely be doing and tackling each project a little differently. I'm not saying I'm not doing a full and complete job. I'm just not being as meticulous as I would be if I was just playing out in the garden. I didn't have such a time crunch. I used to use the hand pruners on this, but you could see that I used the electric pruner. Made it much easier, much faster. Now I can go ahead and focus on cleaning up everything underneath, and that shouldn't take long at all. And this whole area is going to look completely transformed. I do love that tree though, it's so sweet. Okay, let's get to cleaning up all of the debris and all of the weeds, which there's a lot. There's a lot. The tools I'm going to use for this project is gloves, a container to put the debris in, and of course the Hori Hori knife, aka the sacred shovel. The first step is to get the majority of the weeds out from the flower bed, and then I'm going to use the Hori Hori knife to cut back the ferns, I'm not going to actually be digging them out. I'm just going to cut them back because I don't have time to be digging and transplanting plants right now. Like I said, I'm on a time crunch, so I'm just going to saw away at the base of each fern that I want to remove and call it good. Around my sedums, I just have a little bit of debris to clean up, but this section wasn't too bad other than some random weeds. Now I'm going to go ahead with my adjustable garden rake and just get as much of the garden debris out of the flower bed as possible. That made a really big difference. I think I do want to cut back those ferns right there. But other than that, this is looking really good. Okay, let me cut back the ferns. Then I'm going to clean up the debris from when I cut back my rows. I just threw everything here and on the ground, so I'm going to clean all that up too. I have a little bit to tie up on this rose, no big deal. I have some space to throw some seeds. And I need to take care of this container. I want to move it and I want to plant it up. So I think I'm going to do that first. I'm going to work on this container. I'm going to dump it completely out and start fresh. I'm going to plant it up with a grass and some annuals, and I'm going to shift it, I think, right over to here. I'm going to refresh the container with some brand new soil, and then I'm going to go ahead and plant it up. I'm going to use just a little bit of biotone fertilizer, and this is to stimulate root growth. This is a little perennial grass that I dug up from the flower bed along the driveway. It's going to get nice and full, and by next year, that grass is going to take up the whole container. But for now, because the grass is so small, I'm going to ring it around with some annuals that I picked up. From my winter sowing stockpile, I have some hyssop left over, so I decided to tuck that hyssop in around this flower bed. Now, I'm not going to plant individual seedlings of the hyssop. I'm going to plant them in little bunches, and then once they start to grow and establish a little bit, that's when I'll go in and I will cut back any of the weaker stalks. I'm going to follow the exact same steps and plant up this blue salvia. got the hyssop planted back in there. And then I got a whole bunch of blue salvia. Can't really see it right now, but I got a whole bunch of blue salvia. I'm gonna water it in, and I think we're gonna have beautiful blooms in no time. I am booking through this little project. I thought it would have taken me a little bit longer. There's just a couple more things that I want to do, and then I'm going to call this project done for now. Last three things that I want to tackle is I have a couple of dead branches on this tree. I need to tie up a couple of branches on this rose, and I want to get this wheelbarrow positioned where I want it because I'm going to have husband drill some holes in it eventually, and I'm going to use it as a planter. So let's go ahead, tackle these three things, and call it a day. I don't think I've shown anybody this porch from this angle, but this needs a good clean. But once it gets cleaned up and once I get it all decorated, it is going to be so stinking cute. And then here's the view from the deck. There's the tree. This way you can see, we got to get rid of those wash poles right there. Anybody want some wash poles, come and get them. I don't know if you're going to be able to see what I'm doing here, but I'm going to tie this branch up. Carefully and gently, and without saying any bad words. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. I want to push it over a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now I just wire it together. I know people are gonna freak out about how I do this, but guess what? This is how I do it, so it's fine. If you don't like it, don't do it. Okay, so we have over this way, or up this way. Up this way, of course. Yes! Success. Success, success, success. Okay, yay. I did it. I did it. It looks better. Let's look at the rose from this angle. Oh, that looks so much better tied up. Look, you can see through where I trimmed the tree. Might be a little lopsided, but that's okay. I can always go back and do a little extra trimming later. We got all of the blue salvia planted. We got the tree trimmed up. And we got that all fertilized in. Got this container planted. Then I have hyssop back there. very happy with how this is turning out. Just so sweet. Now I just got to get some time to power wash the shed and the porch and get that decorated up. But this was a great start. I'm tucked underneath the shade of the golf cart right now. I did change clothes because we're going to be working on the pathways next. I hope you had as much fun watching this video as I did making this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!